Busy Wild Trail is located in a place called Elbe Hills ORV. And like many of the trail systems in the Pacific Northwest, this isn't a very big area. All of the trails in Elbe combined equal about 8 miles, but that doesn't mean this is going to be a short day. If you come here in late winter, early spring, these trails will be as nasty as they can be. And we couldn't be more excited to show Max what he's in for.
Welcome to the Thunderstorm!
Take your skull-bone face and leave on out this place. I ain't gonna go. Hell no.
Are we ready to party or what?
Go back to the river Styx. I ain't
I
gonna
think
go.
we should probably dabble a little bit today.
It ain't my time to die, no. Leave me alone.
We're in a trench.
It wasn't very long until we had to start pulling cable, and if you wheeled up here as long as I have, you know that this is an inevitability. I've seen people on 44s and even 46s pull cable on this trail during this time of year, and so there's no shame in getting a little bit of help to make sure you can get to the next obstacle. Max and Kelly both gave this obstacle a ton of effort, banging rev limiter with multiple tries, but in the end, they had to just take the bypass and go around. In reality, this isn't the metaphorical or literal hill to die on because we're only a few hundred feet into this trail and you don't want to brake here. But in my opinion, optional sections are what make trails like these so fun, and there's no way I'm going to take the bypass. Oh, dude, that's a hole. That is a hole.
Oh my God, that's a big gaping hole.
Man, I hope you can see in the camera. I just don't think it's going to do it justice how deep this is.
Not until you get a Toyota in there. Oh man, you were doing so good. I thought you were doing that on purpose. I was like, man, that is. I thought it'd ski it in. She's so slippery.
Wow, and there's snow and ice in it, you know, because mud's not slippery enough.
No. Yeah, when we did it, it was like a foot of snow in the basement. And I'm 6'3", so.
You're 6'3", and you're nestled down in there, as one might say.
Yep. Word of the next one. I have waterless hand wash if you'd like.
But he has water.
Fresh mountain water. Hey, man.
Can you taste the Mountain Dew?
A bear passed through here about a half hour ago.
Yeah.
Female.
Oh my God, he actually licked it. That's so gross. What do you think, Franz? You ready? You ready to show us how it's done? Hard to overstate just how difficult a trail like this can be this time of year. You're watching a very seasoned driver on this trail in which he is very familiar on 43-inch tall tires and plenty of belly clearance, and he still is just getting absolutely buried in this stuff. This is exactly what we live for up here in the Pacific Northwest. We don't want to go to trails where it's easy and you just idle through everything. We want it to be challenging, we want to have to drive, we want to have to fight. And even though there's a second here where Franz might look like he's a little bit discouraged, believe me, this is exactly what he loves. This is what we all love, and he's having just as much fun as the rest of us. Well?
Nope, we're doing it again. That's a good call, try, isn't it?
This doesn't look good for the rest of us, does it? These 43-inch Super Swamper SXs are not just much larger than the rest of the tires in the group, but they're a great mud tire. So we all know exactly what the future holds for us, and that is lots of deep, sticky mud.
That's better. Go ahead.
Let me see that GoPro. Oh,
It's a
little sticky.
little sticky.
Oh, yeah.
A little creepy. Well,
Franz made it through because it means it's my turn.
yeah, it's all you, man. You got this.
We will see mud. It's like that movie There Will Be Blood, except this one's There Will Be Mud.
There will be mud.
And then there will be black smoke. And
All right, well, this is the part where we see if my little Toyota can get through this, and I don't have high hopes.
Where are we going next, Franz?
Alder rocks and then boat ramp.
Alder rocks, then boat ramp.
All the alders and all the boat ramp. Yeah.
Have you heard of either one?
No. Have you ever ridden an alder? So you shimmy to the top of an alder tree, and then you shoot your body out sideways and you let it bend down. It's fun. Yeah, you should try it sometime.
You're too extreme for us. He flies in his paramotor and
it has to be an alder,
rides
though.
wild trees.
You gotta ride those trees.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, daughter has gonna yagi, her brain fried. My lady Papa Zenny, other lady popping Molly, why she waiting on me? Yogi my area, keep on heading if you want, I drive it like you know. I don't wanna hear you, 지겹잖아 이제 넌 like I'm Bango, cutting my hair. I just keep going though, 소신껏 날 믿고 I fly non-stop, Kelly to New York, 구름 위로.
Something fell off?
Your rear drive line. Well, that's not supposed to do that. I figured. Oh wow. Well, luckily I have a spare in the truck. This is a quarter wall too.
That is.
Oh my.
Straight
Yeah.
twisted.
Yeah. This is quarter wall.
He was able to remove without tools. That's efficiency.
Yeah.
iPhone, drive out and riding birds, honeyberry, counting gobs. I do what I wanna do. 그게 나의 문의원, 너넨 꿈꾸지 말만 많지, just do it. Like Nike, just do it. Get to know me and I 내 flow. got 잡은 눈이 분위기는 chill. Fendi snakes on my belt. Yeah, I'm feeling first class. Yo, don't cash flow. Ooh, pop it on my glass. Ooh, pop that pass. Ooh, smoke that gas. Cash play, blackjack. Monkeys on my pick. 100, 200, multiply. Dollar sounds my lullaby.
Well, what do we think, guys?
Dude, terrible timing. I'm about to sneeze.
Do it.
And now I can't. Now I can't.
I can see it in your face.
Bless you.
Ah.
Now you
Well,
can't do it.
once you're done with your sneeze,
It's stuck. It's stuck, man.
do you guys want to go hit up boat ramp and see what it's all about?
Yeah,
Cool just to see it, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
think after seeing Franz break and then you struggle, I think I'm just gonna save my parts for
boat ramp.
for a boat ramp.
Yeah.
For boat ride.
You know, might as well.
Dude, it is extra slippery out here today. You can't tell sitting at home because you could be in Southern California, but it's like, it's been in the 30s all day. It's real cold. All the rocks are slippery because it's A, super cold, and B, they're all covered in like a light dusting of, you know, mud and stuff. So, and you know, gear oil from mud stuff and gear oil and stuff like that. So everything's extra slippery today. So now that my excuses have been fed into the internet, we can talk about going to boat ramp. My friend Franz down here has some wounds he is licking.
Do not.
I did not. And so I
Race
think
mod,
that
make
he's
that
just
lighter.
going to limp back to the trailer. He has spare parts, but because it's the end of the day, I've convinced him, I think.
Nate's tired. He wants to take a nap.
I want to take a nap and have some food. So we're going to go hit boat ramp and see if we can make it. In my opinion, boat ramp is the most difficult obstacle in this entire park. I've had long stretches where every time I try it, I do it in one shot. I've had long stretches where I can't make it up at all. Today, who knows what's going to happen. But at this part in the day, Max is clearly ready to show us that he's not scared and he definitely wants to be a part of this group.
I'm gonna roll down the river now. And I ain't taking anybody
I think Max did an amazing job trying to fight his way up an obstacle like this. He didn't have bead locks, so he's only aired down to about 10 psi. He doesn't have experience going up an obstacle that's this complicated, and this is literally the worst I have ever seen it. Between the way the rocks have been shifted around, the cold temperatures, and the crazy amount of mud that's stuck to the surfaces of these rocks, this is almost impassable right now. Once again, for some reason, this is exactly what we're looking for up here. And I was happy to see that this is what Max is looking for too.
rolling down the river now.
As you can see, I got a rock stuck between my tire and my front shock, and this is just par for the course when you're wheeling on wet, loose, cold rocks. They're going to find their way into places and they're going to bash up the most expensive gear on your rig. Lucky for me, after putting a little bit of tension with the winch and then driving forward, I was able to get the rock to eject out of the rear of the front axle, freeing me up to continue to work my way up the rest of the boat ramp, but not without the assistance of a winch, of course.
I'm gonna roll down the river now, and I ain't looking back to the hell where I come from. I'm gonna share my soul with the love of a whole.
Right on your deck.
In the place where a freedom is a rock in my soul. I know.
It's your bumper.